door between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. ETN up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. ETN once more. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Chargers 0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Ekeler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Austin Ekeler, the running back. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Running on first down, Ekeler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. It's Ekeler again. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. On first down, Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On play action, Lawrence. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 7th play of this drive coming up. And a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
To kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They go play action now. Lawrence. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars!
Lawrence's pass.
A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Powers through him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. This is a counter play. Now the ball comes loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And a little careless. On that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence will throw. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Complete. It's Johnson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Herbert off of play action. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Chaz Surratt drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Agnew now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Running leagues were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Eckler going to get it again on second down, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Once more, here's Eckler. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Eckler. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question. We'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd ball, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get. Conversion.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 60 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And, you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here, got into the end zone. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one, I think, where the safety's usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for him to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
They'll try to run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
He'll buy some time right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now, when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 31-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is caught, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Zay Jones from 3 yards out. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Jaguars 39, Chargers 18.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over a 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Steps away to his left. He'll get this off to ETN. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Lawrence. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a toss play to Eckler. Oh, he bowls over it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On the give, this is Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Chargers are punting, and they've got it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here is Eckler.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pryor has it complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and they got a solid outing here from their quarterback, Charles, and that's, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.
So for Jacksonville, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year.